Can you believe it's been over 15 years since Will Smith wowed us in I Am Legend? Well, hold on to your popcorn because the sequel is officially in the works. I know, finally. So what's the scoop on this long-awaited follow-up? Get ready for a dose of nostalgia and some exciting updates as I spill the beans on all the Easter eggs and details you've been craving. Alright, let's jog our memories a bit. I Am Legend is a post-apocalyptic thriller that hit screens in 2007. Directed by Francis Lawrence, it starred Will Smith as Robert Neville, a U.S. Army virologist. The story is set in a desolate New York City after a virus, initially meant to cure cancer, wiped out most of humanity, leaving Neville as the lone survivor, accompanied only by nocturnal mutants. Neville, being immune to the virus, strives to find a cure while defending himself against these hostile mutants. Now, the film had a bit of a journey before it landed on our screens. Warner Brothers started working on I Am Legend back in 1994. It went through various actors and directors, and budget concerns caused some delays. Filming finally kicked off in 2006 in New York City, with some scenes shot at the iconic Brooklyn Bridge. I Am Legend hit theaters on December 14, 2007, becoming a box office giant. It set records for the largest December opening for a non-Christmas film in the US. The movie raked in $256 million domestically and $329 million internationally, totaling a whopping $585 million. The critics generally liked it, especially praising Will Smith's performance, though some took issue with the deviations from the original novel, especially the ending. Fast forward to 2022, and guess what? A sequel is officially in the works. Will Smith is back as Neville, and he's not alone in this venture. He's teaming up with Michael B. Jordan, who will co-produce and have a starring role in the sequel. Now, let's dive into what we know about this exciting development. Diving deeper into the plot, I Am Legend unfolds as a gripping tale set in a world devastated by a virus. The attempt to re-engineer the measles virus to cure cancer goes terribly wrong, infecting 99% of the global population. The virus kills most and transforms the survivors into vampiric mutants known as dark seekers. These mutants are sensitive to sunlight and prey on the few who are naturally immune. 3 years after the outbreak, U.S. Army virologist LTC Robert Neville is living a solitary life in an abandoned Manhattan. Uncertain if any other immune humans exist, Neville dedicates his days to finding a cure. His routine involves experimenting on infected rats, searching for supplies, and broadcasting radio messages in hopes of connecting with survivors. Flashbacks reveal Neville's heartbreaking past, losing his wife Zoe and daughter Marley in a helicopter accident during the chaotic evacuation of Manhattan. Neville's only companions are his dog Sam and the mannequins he talks to for company. To survive the night, he barricades himself with Sam in his fortified home. During a hunt, Sam chases a deer into a building infested with dark seekers. Neville rescues Sam, discovers a potential treatment in his blood, and captures a female Darkseeker. Despite his efforts, the treatment seems unsuccessful. Neville's world takes a dark turn when he realizes he's being watched by the Darkseekers, leading to a violent encounter. Sam is bitten by infected dogs, forcing Neville to make a heartbreaking decision. Driven by grief, he deliberately confronts a group of Darkseekers. In a twist of fate, Neville is rescued by immune survivors Anna and Ethan. They reveal their journey from Sao Paulo and plans for a survivors camp in Vermont. Neville, skeptical of the camp's existence, continues his quest for a cure. As the plot intensifies, a group of dark seekers tracks Anna, Neville, and Ethan to Neville's home. The trio seeks refuge in Neville's basement laboratory, facing a tense confrontation with the invading mutants. With that being said, let's chat about why we're all excited for I Am Legend 2 and the twist it's bringing. Warner Brothers is gearing up for the sequel, and here's the kicker: it's picking up from the alternate ending of the first movie. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering why this is a big deal, let's break it down. I Am Legend, starring Will Smith, took us on a wild ride through a post-apocalyptic New York overrun by mutants. Dr. Robert Neville was on a mission to find a cure for the vampiric pandemic that turned most people into nocturnal creatures called dark seekers. The first movie made a killing at the box office back in 2007, raking in over $500 million, but it also caught some heat for straying from Richard Matheson's original novel. Now, the theatrical ending of I Am Legend didn't quite sit right with book lovers. However, when the DVD dropped in 2008, it came with an alternate ending that fans loved. It aligned more with Matheson's ideas, and people were all about it. Fast forward to I Am Legend 2, and it's picking up the story from that alternate ending. Sounds awesome, right? But here's the snag. Not as many folks saw the alternate ending since it came out later. So while it's a fantastic move for those in the know, the sequel might leave some scratching their heads if they missed that DVD bonus. Either way, the anticipation is real, and we can't wait to see what happens next in this mutated world. Now, let's dive into why using the alternate ending for I Am Legend 2 is a must, especially for Will Smith's return as Dr. Neville. Strap in for some interesting twists. Will Smith is officially coming back for I Am Legend 2, and he's not alone. He's teaming up with Michael B. Jordan. But here's the thing. To make Smith's return work, the sequel has to follow the alternate ending of the first movie. Let me break it down for you. In the original theatrical ending, Neville sacrifices himself to save Anna and Ethan, blowing up his lab and all. But in the alternate ending, Neville survives. This alternate cut stays truer to Richard Matheson's novel, where Neville realizes the Darkseekers aren't monsters, but the next stage in evolution. Now, this ending is crucial for the sequel. It's not just about pleasing book fans, it's about Neville's character arc. The alternate ending reflects Matheson's themes better, showing Neville's evolution from a survivor using violent methods to a monster in the eyes of the evolved Darkseekers. Akiva Goldsman spilled some beans, mentioning that I Am Legend 2 is set decades later, exploring a world where humans aren't the top dogs anymore. Taking cues from HBO's The Last of Us, Goldsman aims to capture a post-apocalyptic vibe in the sequel. But here's the hiccup. Not many people saw the alternate ending. It was only on home media, so there's a risk of confusing audiences who thought Neville bit the dust. Warner Brothers is reportedly considering ways to ease viewers into the alternate ending, maybe by showing it at the beginning of I Am Legend 2. In the end, despite the potential confusion, sticking with the alternate ending is a smart move. It not only aligns better with the novel, but also gives Will Smith's return a solid foundation. So, get ready for some post-apocalyptic twists and turns in I Am Legend 2. This ending is not just about pleasing die-hard book fans, it's about the character's journey. Neville, played by Will Smith, evolves from a survival-driven scientist using violent methods to a character who realizes his monstrous actions. The alternate ending sets the stage for I Am Legend 2 set decades later, showcasing a world where humans are no longer the dominant species. But here's the challenge. Not many people saw the alternate ending since it was only available on home media. This creates a potential hurdle, as audiences might be scratching their heads, wondering how Neville is back. Warner Brothers is contemplating ways to navigate this, considering possibly showing the alternate ending at the beginning of I Am Legend 2 to prepare viewers. Despite the risk of confusion, embracing the alternate ending is a smart move. It aligns better with Matheson's original vision, giving the sequel a solid foundation. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.